name and tell us the make and model of the truck.
Okay, it's Carissa Hart, and this is a 1971 Super Cheyenne.
Awesome. Now listen, we love to see the ladies out here representing, and you're doing that. Where are you from?
Houston, south of Houston. We live in Pearland, Texas.
H-Town in the house, right? So we're going to do a walk around here, and as they pan away to the truck, tell us a little bit about it.
Well, it sits on an Acme chassis, coilover. She has a 427 Texas speed with a 2.9 Whipple.
Awesome, awesome. Now, when I look at, so you talked about the foundation, you got this amazing engine in it. Talk to us about the color and the body on it. Is it all original?
It is. We basically wanted it to look like a stock truck, but we took everything off when we put the Acme chassis underneath it. It's got Budnick wheels. They're like a matte bronze. We also put Mincer Motorsports shocks on it, so she rides really nice.
Awesome, awesome. Now, when I look at the interior, right, I'm not a C10 connoisseur, so to speak, but it looks very nostalgic. Talk to us a little bit about that.
Well, it's got the black suede and then the leather with the diamond stitching, orange. We thought that detail would bring out the orange paint as well. Herrera Upholstery did it for us across from where we live in Pearland. It's a husband and wife shop, and they do excellent work. She also wrapped my Budnick wheel. It matches the wheels. She wrapped that as well with the brown leather.
Very cool. Now, talk to us about the color of the truck. Is it something you picked out? Is there a reason? Is it the original color? Anything you can shed light on there?
Well, it's actually, the paint job's about 10 years old. They call it the Hugger Orange. When we originally started looking for the truck a couple years ago, I wanted an orange truck, and this one was outside the Woodlands. We saw it posted online. We thought it was red. We showed up, and she's orange, so it was a done deal.
Well, we love it. Now, the last thing I want to ask you is the power plant, right? So you talked a little bit about it. Talk to us about when you put the pedal down to the metal, how's this baby roll?
Well, horsepower is about, I think, over 800 to the tires, so she definitely goes.
And I'm assuming you get to drive it everywhere, right? I mean, your husband's over here. I mean, you don't let him get in the catbird seat, do you?
I'm the majority driver, but yeah, I'll let him take it for a spin every once in a while.
Well, we love that you're out here representing the scene. Thank you for coming to Orange Beach Invasion, and stay on the rise. Anything else you got for all of the viewers out in the digital land? Well, here's really the question. What would you say to maybe a lady, right? Because we don't see, we're seeing more and more ladies part of the scene. What would you say to someone that's maybe up and coming, that's maybe a little bit shy to get out there with their vehicle? Any words of wisdom for trying to complete a project?
Just stay to it. Worth it. You can do it. My license plate says right here, not his, C10, customized, and just dream and build.
Awesome. Check out the license plate. She just said, so I was going to ask you that, NTHS,
right.
C10.
Not his, and then C10.
It's not his C10, and there you have it from Orange Beach Invasion. Thank you so much, Carissa. Hopefully we'll see this in the pages of Street Trucks very soon. Wink, wink. And thank you guys for coming out here to the show. Now, to everybody that's continuing to tune in, we would remind you, Beltec, if you follow Beltec on Instagram or Facebook, you're doing yourself justice because they're a great organization. If you need parts, whether you're a lifted or you're a lowered guy, they've got you squared away. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to circle around here and kind of show you a few of the vehicles. We're going to pan around, and then we're going to circle back and show you some of where we left off earlier. So you got a couple of dualies here. This one's painted by Feltham Fab, the graphics on some American Force wheels. And then you got the newer body style. Again, Aftermath, these guys go hard in the paint. Now, although we are a truck publication, if you spin around, who doesn't like a 64 Cadillac? Huge shout out to Mike from Aftermath on some awesome billet wheels. Who wouldn't want to cruise in this amazing car on this amazing weekend here at Orange Beach Invasion? So we had to throw the car in there. Now, you got the No Compromise dually. We showed you some of this here at Lone Star Throwdown. And this truck is on the current issue of Street Trucks. that's going to be delivering to news stands and mailboxes nationwide. You see the Viair compressors, everything's painted, polished to a T. No compromise. Now we're making our way to the kind of the main entrance here at the wharf. You're going to see kind of the fishing themed, if you will. This is a cool roundabout that they have. And American Force, they're always down here towards the end, and they're great people. A lot of lifted vehicles. And this is a big portion of the truck scene. I did want to just mention this white Denali over here, great white. I mean, look at all of the suspension work that goes into something like this. You've got the big wheels on it. Paint, powder coat, of course. You're accustomed to seeing all of this on these lifted vehicles, and there's a lot of detail that goes into these, and of course a lot of detailing. And I mentioned earlier, highly suggest when you go to shows, always check with the show promoter or check out Facebook event pages to see who the title detailer is. And a lot of these guys are out there supporting, which is an important part of the truck scene. They're out there supporting these vendors and these hardworking Americans out there hustling and making a living. Now, the lifted trucks, they may not always get the love, but again, I cannot reinforce enough that there is a lot of time and effort that goes into these vehicles with the paint, the powder coat, the suspension. And check out this on the wheel. This is becoming a thing that you're seeing more and more. You'll see the spinner in the middle where it's kind of counterbalanced, and you can spin that little deal. Don't compromise. You can go with the spinner center caps. Now, the Mach 1 media guys are going to kind of pan around here, and we're going to head over to the other side of the main drag. Now, if you're enjoying this on Facebook or YouTube, make sure you leave a comment, leave a thumbs up, and please consider subscribing to the magazine. It's straighttrucksmag.com. Scroll to the bottom, tap on subscribe. We've got deals out there as far as 12, 24, and sometimes 36 months. You heard it. You can subscribe digitally or through the old school print. And we're going to continue doing what we do with the print, and then, of course, building the digital side as well. Want to give a huge shout out to Sal. This amazing Mazda, he had picked this up from Greg Miller that puts on one half of this show. And you got the tilt bed. You also got the Igloo cooler. They recently did the retro series. So for any of our fans out there that are 80s, 90s, we talk a lot about that with the podcast. You will see there's a lot of companies, including Igloo, that has gotten behind the awesome nostalgia of the 80s and 90s. You see the OLP sticker, you see the Acrophobia, but you also see the tilt bed. And when Sal picked this truck up, he did go ahead and make sure that he wanted a tilt bed. He knows minis are on the rise. And huge shout out to Acrophobia. You can't knock the sunroof on that thing, the ragtop, I should say. And it really lets in some light, especially when you're cruising on an awesome day like this. Now, you talk about sunroofs. Let's take a look at this amazing Nissan. Topless. It has a Ferrari theme. We talked to the owner earlier, Tim Davis. And when you look at the wheels, and you look at the amount of work that's went into this thing, it's been done a long time. It is truly amazing that when he brings this out, he gets a lot of love. This Nissan hardbody, everything from the front end to the clean lines of a Nissan hardbody, it's truly awesome. Now, I do want to show the interior as well. You'll see that he's got the Momo steering wheel, the painted dash. He's got the switches there nicely in the console. You got the old school gauges, the dual needle gauges. And, of course, the Ferrari theme throughout. Pretty awesome. And then when you come back to the tail end of the truck, got Fool's Gold Customs coming through. You look at the roll pan of it, the clean lines of the tailgate. Truly an amazing vehicle. Now what we're going to do is we're going to continue here. There's a lot of showgoers, and it obviously gets busy in this area. We've got some Lincolns here. And check this out, Fat Fabs. You got this amazing full-size Chevy, newer school truck. I think we also saw this one at Lone Star Throwdown. KMC wheels. And really, as I mentioned earlier, it's pretty awesome to see these newer school trucks laid out as quick as they are. I definitely would think that it would help sell some of these, because even if you're not sold on the front end itself, once you see them laid out or lifted, you quickly become a fan. Yeah, so we got Keg Media here. He's backing this guy in, and you can see, obviously, a lot of effort goes into making sure these guys are parked. Robbie from Keg Media, good dude. Now we're going to continue walking here. Thank you, Carissa. Now this C10 over here, we want to definitely take a look here at it as we walk through the crowds. Again, it is spring break, so spring break 2021 is off the hook. And check out the stance of this C10. Awesome color on it. Lady Low. Now, I'd hope to talk with the owner a little bit later. I think I met her just a short bit ago. But everything from the paint on this one to the clean bed. Short bed, of course, and a lot of nice interior work. The tag on it, check the tag, or excuse me, not the tag, but the sticker on the back. No trailer needed. I drive mine. So I think she's sending a message to everyone out there, wink, wink, that they keep it going on the streets, pounding that pavement. So we're going to continue to show you a little bit of the sights and sounds here as we transition to the next section. Got Sean Randall's full. We are back here, Orange Beach Invasion 2021. So as we were saying, huge shout out to US Mag Wheels. This truck has been done for a while, but it's pretty cool to see the nostalgia of the OBS trucks coming back. You got the graphics again that carry through from the hood to the hood cowl into the OBS dash. Now, one other thing I wanted to highlight is this was popular back in the day, is the nitrogen tanks. So you got the dual tank brackets, and it's looking good. The paint you almost have the Flexstone style feel to it. The Cadillac taillights, which were ultra popular. The homie came all the way from Arkansas to bring this out, and really an era correct truck that looks just awesome. Now, this Ferris wheel that you're seeing to the right, that's part of the draw at night. You've got this amazing light show that's at this event, Orange Beach Invasion. And what that allows is for great photo opportunities. By Greg and Robbie working back with the wharf management, they're able to have this event where at night this entire area is festivities. And this Ferris wheel is one of those cool things in the background, depending on where you're parked in this VIP row. You're able to get an awesome photo opportunity. Of course, you've got lights. It'll be moving. You can pay to go for a ride. And it's pretty awesome. Now, we're going to come back in a little while and talk to a C10 owner over here. That's pretty awesome. Now, earlier today, we were on the other side, and we got to see the white version of this standard cab. This is Tony's. And with the front end, the wheels, the brakes, the stance of this thing, the offset of the rear wheel, it really